Are you someone struggling to steam milk perfectly using your home espresso machine? Today, I'm going to be showing you how you can perfectly steam your milk to achieve that silky smooth texture for making a good latte art on your cup of coffee. 90% of home baristas fail to make a good latte art because they can't perfectly steam their milk using the home espresso machine. And the root cause of this is because most home espresso machines don't have enough steam pressure to perfectly steam their milk. Commercial espresso machines have good pressure, which makes it easy for them to perfectly steam their milk and make a good latte art on their cup of coffee. But you shouldn't worry. Even as a home barista using a home espresso machine with low pressure, you can still master how to steam milk and make a good latte art on your cup of coffee. I say this because I have been using this home espresso machine for a year now, and I have mastered a step-by-step guide that you can use to perfectly steam your milk using this home espresso machine, and some of the common mistakes and how to avoid them. Let's start with the common mistakes. Mistake number 1 is using the wrong size of milk picture. If you use a small milk picture while steaming large amount of milk, the milk might overflow while you're steaming. And if you're using a big milk picture while steaming small amount of milk, it's going to be very challenging for you to properly texture that milk. So make sure you're using the right size of milk picture when you're steaming your milk. And mistake number 2 is using the wrong type of milk. Not every milk is good for steaming and making latte art. The ideal milk for beginners is the full cream milk from the cow. Plant-based milks are a little bit complicated and they can be challenging to many beginner baristas. Mistake number 4, not purging your steaming one. This water you see will go into your milk, and this will result into inconsistency in the milk texture. So make sure to purge your steam before and after steaming to prevent water from going into your milk, and also after steaming to clean up milk from the steaming one. Mistake number 4, not properly positioning your milk picture while you're steaming. This is going to lead to less foam or too much foam on your milk. To have a clear understanding on how to position your milk picture and the steaming one, I'm going to be showing it to you later on the step-by-step guide. And mistake number 5 is not properly cleaning your steaming one. The milk will build up all around your steaming one, leading to bacteria, and it can also cause blockage of the steaming one holes. This will prevent pressure from coming out through the holes. So make sure to properly clean your steaming one. After knowing these common mistakes, let's put each and everything together with a step-by-step guide showing you how I steam my milk from start until the end. Now let's start with the 2 equipments that we need for steaming our milk. The first one, which is the milk picture, and a thermometer to measure the temperature of the milk while we are steaming. Choose the right size of milk picture depending on the coffee drink that you're making. If you want to know how much milk that you're going to require for that coffee drink, pour the milk into the cup, then transfer it in the milk picture. After having this, our next step is preparing our espresso machine. And we're going to start by purging our steaming one so that we can get rid of the water from the steaming one. Wait until the steam clears and the water is all out. We're going to position our milk picture and also the steaming one. So we're going to start by moving our steaming one out. Position the spalp of your milk picture, attaching it to the steaming one for support. Aim for the tip of the steaming one in the center of the milk, just at the surface of the milk. Because this is a home espresso machine, so it doesn't have enough pressure. Then slightly move your steaming one on the side to create that angle. Now start your steam. Injecting air depending on the coffee drink. For this coffee drink, it's a latte, so I'm going to just add in very less air into the milk. For home espresso machine, this might take a while before you start seeing any movement of milk, so you're going to need to be patient. Depending on the steam pressure, this is what is going to determine how long you add air into your milk. A quick tip for beginners: you'll hear a hissing sound. This means you're adding air into your milk. So a short time of adding in air into your milk is going to result into less foam. And a much long time of adding in air into your milk is going to result into too much foam, like for the cappuccino. We lift up the jug slightly to create that vortex or the spin. This is when you're breaking down the proteins and the fats and the air that you injected into the milk to create that foam that we're going to need for our latte art. You texture your milk until you reach the ideal temperature. You can use a thermometer or you can hold at the base of your milk jug. If it becomes too hot for you to hold, stop your steaming one. Double check if you're in the ideal temperature range. Should be around 55 to 65. It's time for us to clean our steaming one and purge it to remove the water which is inside the steam. If you're having big bubbles on your milk, tap the jug down so that you can break off those big bubbles. Then evenly swirl the milk so that you can mix together the foam and the milk to create that even milk texture for making a good latte art. If you don't swirl your milk, sometimes you're going to end up having foam separated from the milk, which is going to make it challenging to make a good latte art. Now you can pour your basic latte art, starting with a heart for beginners. And if you're looking for something a little bit challenging, you can try making a tulip latte art or this swan latte art. This is how you can steam milk using your home espresso machine. I don't want to say that you're going to master this technique in only one try, but this is something that you need to practice. If you have something you haven't understood in this video, you can rewatch this video, and if you have any question for me, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. And one important thing, if you're a beginner barista and you're already in a coffee shop using a commercial espresso machine, but you're still struggling to perfectly steam your milk, you should watch this video next because it will be very helpful for you.